They say a dog is man's best friend, but today, my German Shepherd became something more. He became my private investigator. I was standing on the porch with my morning coffee when I saw Rex digging furiously, obsessively at the rose bushes in the corner of our backyard. I called his name. He didn't stop. I walked over, annoyed, ready to scold him, and then I saw it, a sealed plastic bag. Inside it, a thick envelope. My hands were shaking before I even opened it because something in my gut already knew this was not an accident. Rex did not just find a stick. He found the truth my own mother had buried from me. My name is Daniel. I grew up in this house, the white two-story on Maple Street in Columbus, Ohio. My father passed away when I was 19, and after that, it was just me, my mom Margaret, and eventually Rex. I adopted Rex 4 years ago during the loneliest chapter of my life. He slept at my feet every night. He knew when I was sad before I did. Mom always called him that messy dog, but I never minded because Rex never lied to me. Mom and I, we had our differences. She was a proud woman, strong, controlled. She ran the family like a business, every decision calculated, every word chosen carefully. After Dad died, she handled the estate. I trusted her completely. I was her only child. Why would I not? It started on a Tuesday morning. I had come to Mom's house to fix a broken pipe. She had called me the night before, asked if I could come early. When I arrived, she wasn't home yet. She had left a note saying she'd gone to the pharmacy. I let myself in with my key, and Rex followed me into the backyard while I got my tools. That's when Rex started digging, first slowly. Then, like something had taken over him, he was clawing at the dirt with total focus. I pulled him back twice. He went back both times. Finally, I crouched down beside him, and I helped him dig. And that's when my fingers touched the bag. It was wrapped in thick plastic, sealed tight. Inside was a white envelope, official-looking, the kind of envelope that carries bad news. I tore it open. Legal documents, my mother's signature at the bottom, a notary stamp, and 3 words that destroyed everything I thought I knew. Last will, amendment. I sat right there in the dirt, Rex pressed against my leg, and I read every single word. My mother had updated her will 3 months ago, without telling me, without one word. She had removed my name from the primary inheritance, the house I grew up in, no longer mine. My father's savings redirected, everything left to a charity organization I had never heard of. And there was more, a separate document, a letter handwritten by her. In it, she explained her reasons. She said I was irresponsible with money, that I had not lived up to expectations, that she wanted her legacy to go somewhere it would be handled properly. I read it 3 times. Each time the words hit harder, because this wasn't just about money. This was my mother sitting across from me at Sunday dinners, smiling, while she had already made up her mind. Every birthday call, every holiday, every time she said, "I love you, Daniel," she already knew, and she said nothing. Rex licked the tears off my face. He didn't know what the papers meant, but he knew I was broken. Mom came home 40 minutes later. I was sitting on the porch steps, the documents in my hand, Rex beside me. She stopped the moment she saw my face. "Daniel," she said, "what's wrong?" I didn't yell, I didn't cry. I just held up the envelope. Her face changed. Not guilt at first, it was calculation, like she was deciding what to say. That told me everything. "Sit down, Mom," I said quietly. She sat. I put the papers between us on the step. "Tell me," I said, "when were you going to tell me?" She was quiet for a long time. Then she started talking. Justifications, excuses, old arguments about choices I made years ago, a failed business, a difficult period in my 30s. She said she had made the decision for everyone's good. I listened. I let her finish. Then I asked her one question. "Did you bury this in the ground because you were afraid to look me in the eye and say it?" She didn't answer. Rex, sitting beside me, looked at her, and then he looked away. Even he had made his judgment. Over the next few days, I spoke to a lawyer. It turned out the documents were real and legally valid. My mother had the right to change her will. She had done nothing illegal, but legal and right are 2 very different things.
I also discovered through the lawyer that the charity named in the will had a connection to a man my mother had been quietly seeing for 2 years, a man I had never met, never been told about, another secret, another calculated silence. I don't know if I will ever fully understand her reasons. I don't know if this is about love or fear or something I will never be able to name. What I do know is this: Rex dug in that corner because that's where he always sensed something was wrong. Dogs read the earth differently than we do. They feel vibrations, they smell what's hidden. Rex didn't find those papers by accident. Something in him knew, the way animals always know, when something buried needs to come to light. I'm still processing everything. My relationship with my mother is changed, maybe forever. There are conversations we still need to have. There is pain that hasn't fully arrived yet. But I am not angry at her. I am sad. Sad that she didn't trust me enough to be honest. Sad that she chose silence over truth for so long. And if I'm being completely honest with you, if it weren't for Rex, I may never have known. I would have gone on believing the smile, believing the Sunday dinners, believing that what I saw on the surface was the whole story. A dog cannot read. A dog cannot lie. A dog cannot be bought or manipulated or convinced to keep a secret, and sometimes that's exactly the kind of loyalty you need. Treat your dog well, people, because when the world deceives you, he is the one digging in the dirt, trying to bring you the truth. I'll see you in the next one, and Rex says hi.